Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay today. I am doing fantastic. Just blessed about, getting ready to go into a new year. It's a lot of people that didn't get this opportunity. So, that within itself is a blessing, right? But as you come into the room, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but just hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, as a matter of fact, let me put that up there. Please subscribe to the channel. I still get more people to look at the videos that are not subscribed. So I know oftentimes we forget to hit the subscription button. So please do that. Hit the subscription button. Um, because I know a lot of them may, look at this from other media platforms and they may not be logged into YouTube. So log into YouTube and hit the subscription button and hit the like button because it helps to keep the video in the algorithm. And I want you guys to know that I appreciate you. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you can definitely do it via Cash App. The support for the channel is definitely appreciated. Um, so much. I just put my Cash App up if you would like to donate. Okay. I wanted to, talk about 2022 and 2023 and just kind of reflect on 2022 and 2023. Um, as I had said before, there were some people that did not make it. I think about Big Scar, and every time I think about Big Scar, it hurts me. Even though I didn't know Big Scar personally, he was about 22 years old, a young man. We can only imagine what the cause of his death is. I can get into how suspicious it is to me because people just don't love human beings anymore. They love things, and it's only greed and you know um, just barbaric stuff that's going on. But I'm sure I believe, as I always say, if there was anything that had happened to Big Scar that shouldn't, God is going to deal with those people, which is what I want to kind of talk about, how God is not making people wait like they used to, or it's not taking a long time like it used to for people to get their payback after they violate you and do you wrong. God paying these folks back right now. And also, as I was getting ready to say, it was a lot of people that did not make it. And we're still not in 2023. Even as I do this video, we still have a few more hours. And you just think about it, some people, even that right now, that's not going to make it into 2023. Okay. And so to be able to do that, it's just a blessing. It as long as you're able to breathe, as long as you're able to open your eyes, that means that God is giving you another opportunity, right? And I know we get on here and we talk about a lot of different things and my passion for cases and things of that nature. Young Dolph's case, my goal is to talk about a whole lot more cases because I'm an investigator by profession. Okay. And so what God had did was brought me back, not to just talk about the Young Dolph's case, but to also talk about other situations, right? And so I think there are certain cases, as I had always said, that just kind of pull on my heartstrings, and Young Dolph's case is one of those. Although I always had a lot of confidence in the Memphis police and the FBI and them doing what they were supposed to do, right? But as I go back and I talk about, liberating yourself in 2023 from anything that serves you no purpose, it makes me think about how we as people, we tend to hold on to things that no longer serve us no purpose. We always trying to breathe life into something dead, right? Even when it's dead, we sitting up trying to do CPR on it, and God has deaded that. God had to dead it because we was just dragging it around, just dead weight, been dead. But because we are um what's the word that I'm looking for? Creatures of habit. Okay. We're used to anything that's familiar with us. We don't really like to switch up. We will drag around dead weight, right? And it's been a lot of things that God has been trying to liberate a lot of us from, even like years ago. We know when nothing serves, something does not serve us any purpose. We know, but some people are so fearful. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and I was telling him, I was like, I kind of get, I've always picked up on that you fear rejection. And when people fear rejection, it keeps them from doing what God has told them to do. When all people fail a couple times, the thing is to keep going. It says the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but those who endure to the end. And it's a lot of people that are in the positions that they are in now because they kept failing, but they kept going. Okay, they kept failing, but they kept trying, and then they got that perfect opportunity. And when they got that perfect opportunity, they was able to appreciate it more. I keep telling people, when you have gifts and things of that nature, God did not give you those gifts for a reason. I have a friend that's on here, and she is definitely like a sister friend to me, definitely dear to me at this point. And she does like arts and crafts. And she sent me a picture of something that she did, because she would lightly talk about it and things of that nature. And she would go, I like arts and crafts. I like to go to the, Dollar Tree and do this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't think anything of it, because I know that's a gift when you're able to do things with your hands like that. That's a creative gift. And a lot of people don't even think twice about that, right? About the gifts that God has given them. And so when she took a picture of what she had did, she was like, well, let me take a picture and send it to you. And I was looking at what she had did. I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely beautiful. You need to be selling this. Do you know how much money that people pay for stuff like that? Because I love that look. Hell, everything I got is almost glass. My desk, every office desk that I have has to be glass. I just like that chic glass look, right? And that crystal look. And so, and she's able, and you don't know how much I have to pay for that stuff. And she's able to sit there and put stuff together like that. And it looks a lot better than what you even pay for in the store. That's a gift, because I ain't able to do that. First of all, you have to have the patience. Okay. Everybody don't have, and that's the reason why I say, when God gives us gifts, you have to exhaust that. And then it don't run out. You know what I mean? You never exhaust it, because you never get tired. The Bible says the gifts comes without repentance. So a lot of these people that's out here doing certain stuff, and every time they do it, the Lord put me here, and they having to repent for every time they do something. God ain't did that. A lot of people get to looking at everybody else. And when they start looking at everybody else, they get jealous of the talents that God has given them, to the point where they can't even operate in the gifts that they have, because we were all born with different gifts. What my friends do, I admire what they do, but I've never wanted to do that, because if it ain't got nothing, and they don't want to do what I do, they'll get excited sometimes about, if I'm talking to them about a case or something like that, or maybe I might discuss something with them. They might get a little excited, and they'll go, wow, that's kind of deep. But they don't want to do what I do. People look at other people and they want what they have, but God had blessed them. They looking at other people so hard, they don't even know that they're full of talent, and full of talents and full of gifts. They can't even search and find on the inside of them what God has put on the inside of them, because they too busy envying somebody else, right? And that's why I say you have to liberate yourself in 2023 from anything that does not serve you any purpose, to include jealousy, because it holds you back. Okay? It holds you back. There are some people, as I was talking about my friend who I was talking to and telling them that they feared rejection. When you fear with rejection, you ultimately fear prosperity. Okay? You do. You fear that. You have a fear, you fear winning, because you're going to get some rejections before you win. Some people are so scared of elevating because they don't know what comes on that next level. If you always hear me say I don't deal with it. I be being sarcastic, but I mean it's the truth. I don't deal with first floor people. And when I say that, I don't deal with people that have first floor mentalities. No, you can't do that. That's going to be too hard. I don't need that in my life. I have too much going on. As much as I have going on, it's a lot more that I want to do. That's why I always try and surround myself with people, even if they're not winners, they got to have a winner's mind. Because I know ultimately, whatever it is that they're trying to get, they're going to get it because they got a winner's mind. Okay. And a lot of people don't do that. They attach themselves to people that drain all love. They drain them of everything, all of their energy, all of their gifts, all of their resources, and things of that nature. And then they'll suck them dry like a leash. And then after they suck them dry and they're lifeless, they fall to the ground. They ain't got no more energy. They'll look down on us and say, I thought you was a strong black woman, with a Z on damn EZ on the end. I thought you was a strong black woman's is. And step over you. Or a strong black man's is. And step over you and leave you there for dead and lifeless and go attach to somebody else. And the thing about it is, God had already shown you years ago that person didn't serve you no purpose. Well, I know, but it just ain't nothing else out here. You got some folks that's in relationships that's sucking the life out of them because of some sex. What you winning for? He can't, well, he like to fight me. He don't work. But he could cook real good. Okay. Uh girl, he tears it up in the bedroom. Okay. But you 40 and you looking like you 60. Okay? Because this person serves you no purpose. You with them for something that you can get the whole package from another man. He can tear it up in the bedroom. He gonna be a protector and a provider. He gonna love you. He gonna love your kids, and he gonna get out and work. If a man don't work, he don't eat. He don't sleep either. Especially not with me, and ought not to be with you. Okay, because a man provides and protects. And even with a woman is supposed to be the model of her household. It's too many damn messy women, and they rearing messy ass kids. Okay, because the kids are looking at the model, which is the mother that sets the tone for the household. And it's a lot of women, a lot of foolish women that are tearing their houses down with their words and their actions. Okay, that's why I say liberate yourself from anything that serves you no purpose. Gossiping and lying and talk about who called who, that don't serve you no purpose. You wants to get all up in other people's business and stuff like that. I got some girlfriends and we'll get on the phone and we'll talk. We will discuss our issues. I don't have but about one or two. I got about two. Okay. And we will discuss some stuff because I'm one of those people, I'm not very trusting. And so when I find somebody that, especially other women, that I know that I can trust and I know that they got my back and they riding for me, sometimes I will attach to them too hard. And I'll say, I'm a strong person. I don't attach to nobody. You tell me if I have latched on too tight, because I don't latch on to people, right? And when I find people that I feel that God has sent into my life, it's kind of like, oh, Lord, thank you. I finally got somebody that I can share some of whatever I be going through my head, with. And that's the problem, that's far and few and in between. Like you don't see that anymore because there's so many women that hate other women. They want to see them hurt. They want to see them going through. They want to see a man violating them. They want to see all that because it happened to me. I want it to happen to her. I don't like her anyways because I could just tell she thinks she's something. Yeah, but she got a good heart though. I know her. Somebody said, I know her. You know, she seemed like she's a sweet person. But she just, it's just, I'm glad that they did that to her. It's a darn shame before God, you know. And that's why I say each and every time, and I know the new year is just another day, but it's people start making New Year's resolutions, and their New Year's resolutions is always, well, I'm gonna lose weight. And I'm gonna tell you, that's all of our New Year's resolution. But what I did was I started early, okay? Because my butt and stuff and got big again. It's already big. It gets bigger, okay? Because I'm always on the go. But I started early, okay? And we're always talking about some other stuff. I'm gonna cut. You have people all on Facebook and on social media. My New Year's resolution, I'm cutting some people off. It's only about 2 people I'm gonna talk to. Well, you're being messy when you say that because you mad at somebody. You already taking that messiness into another year, and you want for people to know who you want them. I guess you think they're gonna say, "Well, I wonder who those 2 people are. I wonder if it's me." People always want attention. You taking that messiness into another year instead of saying, "Lord," and you could say that in private. You ain't got to tell nobody nothing. People can always tell what's going on with you by your actions. You can show them better than you can tell them. Lord, liberate me from anything that serves me no purpose. I'm ready to live out my purpose. It's 2023. A lot of you half of a damn 100. And you still around here being messy, and God has given you many a gifts, and you won't tap into it because you're too busy with your eyes fixated on the gifts that God has given somebody else. You can't be me. You I can't be you. When people get to talking about, well, you got this going on, I go, you don't know what I go through. In order to do what I do, you got to do what I do. When you start talking about, yes, being a private investigator may sound fun, but you don't want to sit out hell at leave home at 6 o'clock p.m. and don't come back home the next day until 6 o'clock p.m. because you're sitting up in a car all night. In order to do what I do, you got to do what I do. In order to do what somebody else do, whether it's a doctor, it's a high-powered lawyer, you got to do what they do. And everybody can't do what they do. Even if you went and became a lawyer, you wouldn't be able to do what that person do because you're two different people. You might do it better. And even if you're equal, you're still going to do it differently. Okay? Because you're two different people, and people are just not tapping in to their gifts. And I was like, I had been said, and I've been doing it, and I've been very unapologetic about it. Okay? I was like, hey, I'm not flip-flopping anymore. I'm not going through anything anymore that I've had to pray my way out of. I'm not letting people treat me like I'm an option. I'm not doing any of that. So you have to change the atmosphere, your atmosphere, in order to see things change in your life. And I think that 2023 is just the time for that. It's a new year, a fresh start. And now that I think about it, that's why so many people make New Year's resolutions also. You're talking about the first day of the year, you have 365 days um to look forward to, you know. And it's unfortunate that like after about 2 weeks into the new year, people kind of slide back into their old habits. But I'm saying 2023, especially as you get older, everybody's getting older. Each year you get older. You know, the mindset is supposed to change, especially when you are filled with gifts and talents. This is just not the time anymore. We see what's happening in the world. I think it's just time for you people to get out there and live. Go get your passport. Go back to church. Don't forget to pray. Get back down on your knees. Go get your husband back, or if you want to be back, if he worth being back. Um, Go get your wife back. If it's worth it. Um, just be all that you can be. even if it's not like it used to be as far as your family, at least be there for your children and try to cohabitate, or not cohabitate, but try to coexist. That's what I meant to say. It's just a new year, and it's just time is too short to be so unhappy. You know, like I said, I was talking to somebody last night and today, and I'm not going to be unhappy. I everything that I've asked God for, even though I've had to take the long walk oftentimes because I don't like to cut corners on certain stuff. I don't compromise. I think I could have been a lot further if I was one of those fast tail women that that didn't mind doing a little something strange. But I always had confidence in the talents that God had given me, and I just didn't want to receive my things like that. So even though I had to take the long route, there was always a ram in the bush. God always showed me favor. Okay, so my stuff is planted. And I was talking to my TV show was on this morning, my gospel TV show, and I always have a lot of the mothers from the church to start calling me and things of that nature when they're looking at my gospel show, because they love the southern videos that I play and the gospel artists that I interview, like the quartet groups, the Canton spirituals and people like that. And one of the mothers called me, and she's been calling me for a couple years of the church. And she said, I'm just so proud of you. Even, when you don't answer your phone, because I'm always on the go. She said, I just want you to know, just listening to you, with me being a 76-year-old mother, a 76-year-old woman. She said, I hear your voice and I see you on TV and I see how blessed God is. And she said, and God had already put in my spirit the reason why she called me every week, never missed a call to tell her, she called me Tamia. I'm praying for you, baby. You in my prayers. You always in my prayers. And I had the opportunity one time, because I've met so many sweet mothers and people in the church and first ladies and things of that nature. With my gospel show coming on, they invite me to dinner, and my spirit was feeling it. I go, and she was one of the ones I just happened to show up in her house, and she almost passed out because she had been saying, I won't have a dinner. I'm cooking Sunday dinner and I just want you to show up. And sometimes I will randomly do that because I feel like, with these older mothers in their 70s and 80s and stuff, to surprise them at their house. And I always have them a gift or whatever. And she said something that just kind of resonated with me, and God just kind of gave my spirit such a like a second wind, because I go so much, sometimes I get drained, and that happens with a lot of us. She said, God told me, you just like a palm tree. So no, regardless of what they try to do to you, you might bend, but you ain't gonna never break. And that just kind of gave my spirit a second wind. And my TV show was on early this morning, okay, and at about 9 o'clock. And I was like, oh my God, God sent her to give me that word, because I was laying there and I almost did not answer. Okay. And I was like, let me answer her, because she's been calling me and I've been busy or whatever. And God put back into my spirit that what my name means. Tamara means palm tree. Okay. And God had sent her to remind me of, regardless of how overwhelmed that I get, and I guess this is for a lot of other people, you might bend, and she didn't know what my name meant. Just like a palm tree, you're going to be planted, but you won't break. You're going to stand right back up again. Okay. And perform like you're supposed to. And so, God didn't allow 2022 to take a lot of us out, because it's a lot of you that probably shouldn't have, you shouldn't have made it into 2023. It's so many people that do evil stuff. And so if God gives you another opportunity, you need to repent and try to get your life right. Because it's a lot of you that's living on grace right now, because you probably should have been dead. Okay, with all the evil stuff that you've done, but God is honoring the prayers of your great grandmothers and stuff that you never even knew when they was on that plantation singing and praying for freedom one day. Of if they didn't get it, then God would give grace to their lineage to come, that they would never ever in their life even meet other than in the spiritual realm, right? So a lot of you are living on grace because of that. It is because of God honoring those prayers, because some of you probably should have had 2 shots to the head because of the evil that you do. Okay. So if God gives you another opportunity, that means that it is something that you're supposed to do, and it's not to cause other people grief. It's so many people that's jealous. I've never seen so many men that are just off their rockers. Just absolutely. I know mental illness and drugs plays a very big intricate part of it, but I've never seen so many men so jealous in my whole life. And it ain't even supposed to be like that, because a man is supposed to go and make his way for himself and his woman, and he sure ain't supposed to be worried about no other woman. Okay, I'm competing with how we gonna kill her. That's how crazy a lot of these men is, because she gonna get more views than me. It's too many bitch made men. Okay, but we come against that spirit in 2023. People, that these men need to get back on their throne and take their pink panties off, because when you do stuff like that, I mean, it ain't nothing more attractive than a real man. I don't care what go on, he gonna handle his business, and he ain't got time to be arguing with no woman. That's the reason why when we on YouTube and stuff, and some of these men start coming into the chat and they want to argue and bitch and moan, I go, Lord, we sure have come a long way, because real men don't, they ain't gonna do it. Even if we talking about some of their asses, they gonna say, "Oh Lord, we ain't got time. I ain't got time for that." They gonna click right out of there. They might laugh at it and keep pushing, because real men don't want to argue with women. It's just too many men, as my one of my friends was saying today, that just got, they got that feminine, uh, submissive type personality, and they want they want a woman that's masculine and dominant. The roles have changed. And so that's something I have to go. We all have to go to God about, because that's something God gonna have to fix. But in 2023, okay, I think it's just time for you to go after everything. Just go after everything. Thank God that you're still here. Like as I was saying earlier, a lot of you living on grace, and God is showing you because of your ancestors, and God is showing you that He got His hands on you, because he's protected you all year. He's consistently protected you, because it's something that God needs you to do. See, when I say everything that we do is not about us, it's always about somebody else, because we're put here to help each other. So you could have been taken out, you were shot 7 or 8 times, and God let you live. Okay. And it could be because whatever is on the inside of you, somebody else's destiny is tied up on in you. It's not about you controlling it, because people feel like when they help you, you're supposed to be beholden to them for the rest of your life. No, that's not it. We're supposed to do the work of God and move on. And a lot of people have forgotten that. People be looking for man. Well, when I'm gonna get my repay? Our God gonna repay it, because He gonna touch the heart of a king. See, we start helping people around us that's our equal. We be wanting to hold them. We be wanting them to be beholden to us. We be looking for it back from them. Okay. But when you really supposed to help when you really truly help somebody, and you do it with a pure heart, okay, you do it with a pure heart, God will touch the heart of, God will orchestrate and order your steps to come in contact with a king, okay, or a queen. And that's somebody in a high position to bless you. A person on your status couldn't do that. But you obeyed God, and you did what you knew was right, and God ran you into the right people. See, those are the types of blessings that I look for. So that's why when I do stuff for folks, they'll say, I'm trying to pay you back. I go, you keep that. You can't pay me back. That's the reason why I helped you. I helped you because I know you can't pay me back right now. I said, but I know I'm going to get paid back. They don't have to necessarily know what I'm talking about, but I already have my mind set on who's going to pay me back. And it is the creator. It is my God. He going to run me into them blessings that I always run into, because I always run into the right people. Okay. So y'all, we just make 2023, just start off with it being your best year. Even if you're 50, 60 years old, it ain't over. Start living. When people start saying, I'm too old, you ain't too old. You ain't never too old to be happy. As long as you got that gift on the inside of you, you better get about using it. You better get about using it. Down what everybody else say. Get people out of your life that put hexes on you, that speak curses on you. Words are curses. If they sitting up telling you what you can or can't do, and they're naysayers, get them up out your life and get about living your best life. Let 2023 be about living your best life. Let it be about you. You selfish. Well, I should have been selfish a long time ago because I'm so happy. Take care of yourself first. Do some self-care. Once people see how you love yourself, they could say all day, well, see, people say, well, she just thinks she's some. You just think you too much, because they want to bring you down some. They want to want to see you with your head, down. Okay. They want to see you walking around with your head down. I was looking at one of those celebrities post the other day, and she said, if you ever see me with my head down, just know I'm checking out my heels. These bomb heels I got on, okay? And I said, that ain't hey, that's my motto. If you ever see me with my head down, you better know I'm checking out them tight stilettos I spent all that money on. Okay? Don't let people put your head have you with your head down. Live your best life. Don't let them tell you think you too much. You're supposed to think you all of that. Arrogance is one thing, but confidence is another. They don't want you to have a confidence oftentimes because they are afraid of what you're gonna birth into the atmosphere if you ever figure out who you are or are, whose you are and who you are. So let 2023 be that year that you explore everything that God has put on the inside of you, but make sure you do it right. Stop building sand houses. When you start trying to get something off the back of somebody else or off the pain of somebody else, when the first wind that blow God gonna huff and puff until he blow it down. You just can't win like that. You done tried it that way, some of you, for several years. That's the reason why you ain't no further than where you are. Start doing it right and see how far you get, okay? All right, you guys. I want you guys to know that I love you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to try to come on tonight. I think I will. I think I'm going to come on tonight. I got to go out on a case tonight, child. Child, don't even ask me about it. But I got to be out. I got to go out on a case, child, to make sure this man ain't at his girlfriend's house. But his wife pays a sister dearly, okay? They going through a divorce. She said, look here, he gonna be the one to pay that credit card bill. Take care of your business. Let the bill be what it may. Hey, I got my jogging suit on right now because the sister get ready to go hump. But I'll try to be back tonight in time. And I ain't talking about the humping around that everybody else gonna be doing coming into the new year. I wish I could be humping around like that, but I'll be humping around. I guess I've become somewhat of a vegetarian, okay, because I likes to make a lot of green, okay. So I'll be doing that type of hump, but hopefully I could be back in time to be on, okay. Um, to bring the new year in with you guys. Everybody, people that are like me, that work all the time and ain't bringing the new year in. They say bringing the new year in right is praying. And I would like to get on so that we could be manifesting stuff, for those who's not with their significant others or out partying. I ain't going partying in no Memphis. It ain't no clubs in the city, the little town I live in Mississippi. I ain't going party in Memphis. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. Okay. But please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can definitely do that. I want you guys to know I love you. I'll try to be back on again tonight. Even if I don't be on again tonight, I want you to have a happy, happy, happy new year. Be blessed, and I love you. I'll talk with you later.